Alright guys, I thought about it last night, and I think I figured out how we're going to do the hand. I didn't start on it yet, because I was just, I had some stuff I was working on, some other shit I had to do and take care of last night, but I figured it out last night how we're going to do the phalanges. These are phalanges, the things on the ends. These are carpals, metacarpals. Or carpals, metacarpals, phalanges. That's what they are. And then tarsals are for your feet. Tarsals, metatarsals, phalanges still for your toes. Anyway, I digress. I figured out how we're going to do it. So what we're going to do is we are going to make the joints that we can, given the resources we can, without trying to use outside equipment. So I'm not going to use Tim's mill to do it. He never even really got back to me anyway, which is part of the reason I don't want to use it. I don't want to be relying on someone else's tools. I want to be able to do it with my own shit. And it'll be easier. It'll be less complicated to figure out, and I'll just be able to kind of do it with one cut of that sheet. So I'll be able to do it with all the parts I get when I buy the entire thing. So what I'm going to do is, the joints we're going to be able to get is all the joints down the outside of this, down the outside of this, down the outside of this. And then all the joints here should be able to come across like you already saw. I should be able to get all those in. And then the joints are going to stop here. So there's not going to be a joint for this one, this one, this one, or this one. Normally these would be supported by both sides. I'm not going to be able to do that, so they'll be a little bit weaker. And the reason I'm not going to be able to support those is when I tried putting the loop on it, it just got too crowded. So you can't put them on the top of the finger. And then, so they need to go on the side of the finger, essentially right in line with that. And, ooh, there's one thing, getting the material to come down and actually touch, so that there's some material coming down to touch is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to have to figure that out upstairs. But essentially I want to be able to do just one joint, side of the joint down here, and in real life what I'd like to do is do it on real life. On the Mark II, I like to do it on both sides, but I'm going to need a mill to do that because I have to make those parts really, really thin, and I just don't have the ability to do that. So I'm going to put them all down the outside, and then what I'm imagining is some kind of like part that folds over like this, and it comes over from this finger, and it'll follow this finger, comes over, and then another one on the pinky coming under like this, and that'll kind of protect these two fingers because they won't be jointed at all. So these ones won't have any joints. Well, they'll have one joint in here, and then there'll probably be a piece that kind of comes down and grabs around these two right here, and then does nothing more. So they'll be kind of like armored up to here. So I guess if I punch a motherfucker right in the face, at least that part will be guarded. But other than that, they won't be. So I still got to figure all that out exactly, but that's the idea. And then they'll be kind of like a mitten or something coming around that's attached to these two fingers that kind of covers that up and gives it some armor, hopefully down in this lower spot. That's the idea anyway. So yeah, let's go get after it.
All right, guys, I got it done. There's a bit of drudgery in this one. This one it's not that pretty. It definitely is going to be refined in another model. If I end up going this route, there's a chance I might keep some things simpler. Some stuff I like. I actually like I like that the hand is broken up and moves. The fingers, though, are so... This is not the right tool to do this with, really. So the idea is figuring out where is that line between too complicated and too simple. Somewhere in the fingers is definitely that line. I haven't figured it out yet. But I mean, I got this working, and obviously this is just the Model 1, the first time I've done this particular design. So you have to, when you look at this, you have to realize it'll look better when I do the next one, and as I think about it and refine it. This is where I'm probably going to spend a lot of my mental energy in thinking about how I'm going to do the hand better. That and how I'm going to attach muscles into the shoulder girdle. Those are the two things I got to figure out for Draft 4. But let's take a look at it here. So we can drive the joints. So you guys saw this. So if we run up through it really quick, this is these two joints right here. These allow you to go like this with your wrist. This joint right here allows you to go like this with your wrist. And then this comes into the top of your hand. Let me show you with the body in there really quick so you guys get a better idea of how this works. There it is with my hand in it. So this right here is a top plate right here. This tiny little joint right here gives you opposition of the pinky. These two joints in here, well, okay, these two joints in here will give opposition to the thumb. So there's a normal hinge joint right here. Bam. And then 90 degrees opposite of that, there is a slider joint. And that is, so those two together give full motion of this joint right down here, which is a saddle joint. So that's the saddle joint, and then this comes up to the finger. Let's look at this one. This is the one I made first. It's got a little bit of shape, then I made the pinky, and then I made this one. I didn't even finish this one because I know I'm not keeping this file, so I was just trying to go far enough that I understood where I was going, but I'm not going to spend time working. My time is so precious. I don't have a team of people working with me, so I'm not going to bring that one any further than it is. So this one right here, so the way these joints work, so the first thing I have to say is these are going to have a soft body underneath it. So from here to here, there is going to be a piece of fabric running in between that, and then from here to here, and here to here. It's a piece of fabric, Kevlar. It's going to be a piece of Kevlar going into there. The idea is to put a slit, like right here and right here, and then run the Kevlar through. It'll have a sewn piece, and then put a pipe through it, or not a pipe, a piece of like wire essentially through there, a bar essentially to keep it from yanking out. And then that's kind of how I'm planning on doing it right now. I haven't actually put the slits in yet, but that's how I'm planning on doing it. It's going to add more bulk to it too, but there's something like that is how I'm thinking about doing this right now. So those go together, and then obviously they bolt together, and then the motion, and then they come over to the other side. So here, let me just show you actually how these actually move. Maybe that'll make more sense. So these slider joints right here come down and come this way. So if I turn this, that's all the joints, by the way, which is an absurd amount. If I turn this joint on, so if I turn this one on, you go like this, there you go. You get that motion right there. It comes down to 90 degrees, and that would be going like this with your finger like that. And then if we take this one, right over here, we're going to pull this one also to 90. So all these are designed to go to 90 degrees, and that should allow you to get your hand completely balled up into a proper fist. And then this last one will also come down and go to 90. Turn these off so it's less messy looking, and there you go. You can see how that finger wraps up. You see how these don't touch each other? It's pretty neat, huh? Ooh, fuck. I just saw this for the first time, so there's a problem here already. You see, where the fabric would be going across these, it's going to hit this one. I figured out a way to keep it from... you see, it misses this one. It doesn't hit this one. And so I thought this one was in the clear too, but apparently that one is in the way. That's a bummer. Okay, so this wouldn't be that hard to solve. Actually, all I need to do is pull this back a little bit. Let me see if I can figure that out. I gotta find this thing first, and I'll come back and see if I can make that work right. Hold on. Yeah, guys, so I'm looking at it, and it's not... I can't just pull that back because it's how far this goes down. So it's essentially got to come down a certain amount to come down past my finger. La, 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 la. This is very, very complicated shit. There's a way to do this. I just haven't figured it out yet. So anyway, that one balls up. You can see the joint there, and that's kind of how that works. And then you can see these. These ones look really good. You see these ones over here? These all don't touch. Why are they not touching there? Maybe I can... Wait a minute. I think I got it. I think I figured it out. All right, guys. Yeah, that works. That works. I could even make it a little smaller. Okay, I got rid of it. So I just made it shorter so it came up higher. So there's less protection down the finger now, but it'll work. Okay. Whew. I'm glad that works. All right. So now, yeah. So that works. So you can see how it gets balled up, and see how your finger would actually move around like that. And so it should make a little bit more sense of what I'm kind of trying to do here. And yeah, it's complicated. Some of you guys like to comment, say, it's so fucking complicated. Yeah, it's complicated. It's a fucking Iron Man suit. It's going to be complicated. That's just how it is. But it's looking pretty good. I think there's something here. I don't think it's perfect. I got to ferret out exactly. I don't know if that means I have to change something or what. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but it's getting close. So there you can see that is with the other joint coming around there, and so that would be... So that before it was like my hand would have been like this, and now it's like this, just for that finger. So before it was like that, now it's that. So kind of cool, kind of cool. You can see the same thing is going to be happening over here on. So here you can see the same thing going on. Look at that, the fingers actually touched. It's kind of funny. It was all spread out, so it was coming together like this. So, but we can actually adjust that by coming in here, and let's see if I can do this without. Yeah, no, it's not going to work that way. Take that one, bring it in just a little bit like that. Take the other one. I only allowed these ones to move 10 degrees, so they can't move that far. That one I allowed 15, I guess. There you go. And you can kind of see I'm starting to make a fist. Kind of cool, huh? You can start to see the motion of this thing and how it'll go together. And then you'll have these rounded parts that'll come out, and they'll have the added benefit of kind of protecting your hand. You punch the fuck out of shit. that probably won't work. Someone also wanted me to destroy cinder blocks. I'm going to destroy some shit once I get this thing made, but not cinder blocks, because I think punching it would just, kind of like your own hand, would actually just ruin the metal on this. Until I can get it made out of something stronger like titanium, or put something in front of here to punch shit with. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, it's kind of cool, huh? And then the idea on this, I'm going to turn this body back on, so this is going to be running through my hands. But remember, this would be if my hand would closed. There'll be another one coming on off of each of these two parts. You see this prong? That's a spot where those get pressed together. So all these parts, remember, are designed to be pressed together, so I don't have to hold anything in a very specific spot. I can just push them together, kind of tap them with a hammer if I need to, get them together. If they fit really tight, I can file them if I have to, but I don't think it's going to be a problem, because I'm going to try to have this cut in a very precise way, assuming I can afford it. Push it together and then just weld along the seam. I might not even need to use filler metal on it to weld it. Pretty cool. And then, so these ones, anyway, these ones will have a ring. Essentially, it just sits here, because I won't be able to put joints on these two joints, on these middle joints right here. I'm not going to be able to joint this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So I'm going to put a ring right here that'll kind of rock with these ones, and it'll still come down. There'll be a piece of fabric that comes around. Again, same kind of idea, the Kevlar coming around on the palmar side of the hand. And those will pull these ones, these joints down, this joint and that joint down. So if I was making a full fist, those would also come down. I would have that metal coming over to protect the hand if I had made a fist. These will be kind of loose, but then what's going to happen, by the way, here, let me show you just this really quick. There's also the thumb coming in right there. So the thumb doesn't, like I said, I didn't build, this would have the same kind of thing wrapping around, but I just decided not to do that because I don't want to waste my time. And then also, what's kind of cool about the thumb is these two joints in here, that right there is motion of the thumb too, and that allows you to move your thumb around too. So I put that at 55, for example, and then, move this one like, there we go, this or something. It just allows you to move your thumb around in a lot of weird ways, right? So that would be like that. I don't know why I need to make that shape with my hand, but that would be the shape I'd kind of be making right there. And it looks like this may be going to a superhuman spot really quick. Let's see. Maybe because this would make my design easier if I could get this down a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. There's no way the thumb's going down to there, right? Yeah. Okay, I can make that smaller. That's great. That's good to know too. So anyway, there's all the joints kind of going together with that. And then I was going to show you something. What was I going to show you guys? All right. So there it is. So that's back to the way we were right there. And then what I was going to show you is coming off, because this right here won't be armored. It won't be protected because there won't be anything coming off of it. These two joints down here will be unprotected. What I'm going to do is take the coming off of this, there's going to be like a part that loops up and comes over and protects the other finger. So if it was like here, this part will come up and it'll have a bump that comes up and comes over this one, and then this one right here will have a bump that comes up and goes over that one, and this one actually extend out all the way over this finger too, so there's overlap between them too. So these fingers will be armored, they just won't be, so they'll have like skin over them. I haven't put it on yet because I'm going to come back and do the skin all at once is the plan towards the end. Probably, unless I just try to do it on Draft 4, I don't know. But I'm not doing it yet, but that's the idea, is the skin will come over from these two outer fingers and protect the inner fingers. So yeah, a little complicated, but I think it's doable. I think it needs to be refined, but I think we're close on it. So it's pretty cool. So now what I need to do is the pronation supination joint runs up the forearm, and the forearm and the arm I'm really not too concerned about. I really got those in the bag, I think.
Someone commented on yesterday's video, I guess today's video, and asked if I could use a flexible material to make the fingers. And the answer to that is no, because I want the suit to be able to handle the load of the exomuscles. And it's less important now, but, well, maybe not actually, because the force that these exomuscles can produce is, the smaller ones I'm using on the phalanges is going to be about 1,000 pounds. 1,000? No, 2,000 pounds. It's close to a ton. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I've checked. But it's a lot of force, and it's a lot of force to have going into just your fingers. It's possible. Don't get me wrong. You can make a soft suit, but I'm not building a soft suit. I want this thing to not even to feel it. I want them to turn on and you just have crushing power in metal that comes around each finger and kind of cups around each finger. And that's the reason for the metal going over each finger and the fabric going through, so you can grab something like you can grab something like this and you can feel it with your own human biology, but then if you wanted to, you could crush it with the suit. Like you'd have just crushing human strength. And eventually on the like Mark II, when I have a proper machine to build this, like I'll do it on all the fingers, and every single finger will have that, but at least you'll be able to feel it on the outsides of the fingers, on these 3 fingers, and then these fingers will just be kind of along for the ride. That's the plan right now anyway. You know, assuming we can figure it out. I think we can figure it out. I think we're close. I think what I'm doing, it's going to be kind of bulky, but it is the Mark I. The Mark I was kind of bulky, so I just got to get refined. And now that I kind of know what I'm doing, I think I can make it happen. I really do. I'll sleep on it and let you guys know. But that's the idea. I got the flanges done, which is awesome. I'm glad I got that done. Now we just need to go up the arm. I'm probably not going to get that done tomorrow because tomorrow is the 4th of July. And if you're not from America, that's American Independence Day. And it's a hell of a lot of fun. And I'm going to go to Boulder and hang out with my friends. We went a couple years ago to the spot in Boulder, and I plan on being kind of blitzed tomorrow. So I plan on getting really drunk. I've been working a lot, and I plan on blowing off some steam with my buddies and just getting drunk and high and having a great ass time. So prepared to see a little bit of footage of me just having a good time with my friends. That's probably going to happen, but don't expect to see a lot of exoskeleton stuff tomorrow because it's not going to happen. And then the day after that, I'm going up with my family. I have an uncle in town, and so I might not actually get that much done that day either. Maybe we'll get a little bit done that day, but there could be 2 days off, and I wish they weren't happening right before day 100 because I want to get this goddamn thing done before day 100, but it's also my friends and family, and I want to go spend time with them. It's a special time. So, I don't know. We'll fucking see. Maybe I can still get it done in time. Let's see, today's 95, so give me 3 days after that to finish it. If I bust my ass in 3 days, which I'll probably be prepared to do because I'll have taken the time off, I could probably get it done. So if not, it'll be very close. So I can try on those last 3 days. Next 2 days, they'll probably be shorter videos and they'll be a little bit more fun stuff. So come check them out. And yeah, I'm glad we got something going on the phalanges. I'll be kind of turning those things over in my head this weekend and seeing if I can figure something out a little bit better for those phalanges. But I think I like it. I think I like it. Anyway, come see you tomorrow, getting drunk on the 4th of July. You guys are awesome. You guys have a great, great evening.